US consumers spend on average $60 billion a year on nutritional supplements. In 2024, the global dietary supplements market size was estimated at $192 billion and is projected to increase to $414 billion by 2033. Out of all of the supplements there are in the market, vitamins are by far the most commonly purchased across all generations. So if you clicked on this video, chances are that you take one vitamin of some sort. But the question is, are you taking it the right way? Hi, I'm Dr. Sabrina Wu, a pharmacist and certified integrative health coach, and in today's video, I'll be going over 3 main things that you should keep in mind when it comes to taking your vitamins: type, timing, and pairings that will ensure that you get the most out of your supplements. Because let's be real, dietary supplements are not cheap, and they're an extra step in your wellness routine, so you might as well try to get the most out of them. Let's dive in. The first step is vitamin type. Super simple concept, but super critical because it often goes overlooked and can ultimately affect how the vitamins are absorbed in your body. So if you ever took some sort of general chemistry class like back in high school, you might remember something along the lines of like attracts like. That applies directly here with your vitamins. But when it comes to vitamins that are water soluble, such as vitamins B and C, they're going to absorb a lot better on an empty stomach paired with just a glass of water. So either 1 hour before you plan on eating or 2 hours after you have eaten. Versus fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamins A, D, E, and K are going to absorb best when paired with a meal, specifically a meal that contains a dose of healthy fats to help it absorb better. Concept number 2 is timing. Timing matters when it comes to taking your vitamins. So we're talking morning versus evening here to keep it generalized. So when it comes to vitamins such as B vitamins, B complex vitamins, any sort of B vitamins, they're involved in metabolic processes in the body. They're involved in helping your body break down food into energy. So you get sort of an energizing effect from those types of vitamins, meaning that it's best to take them in the AM so that you're actually able to benefit from that boost of energy versus taking it in the evening and you risk having too much energy and not be able to fall asleep at night. And then magnesium. Magnesium is known to play a role in calming down the nervous system, helping with muscle relaxation, all of these things that can aid in helping you fall asleep and stay asleep, meaning that it's best taken closer to bedtime, so sometime in the evening would be best. And then calcium is a vitamin that can actually help your body produce more melatonin. And melatonin is the sleep hormone in the body that your body naturally makes, but calcium can help it make more of that. So taking calcium at night can also be very beneficial. Zinc is something that can be kind of flexible morning or evening depending on what you're using it for exactly. If you're taking it more for its immune supportive effects, I recommend taking first thing in the morning on an empty stomach to get maximum absorption with just a glass of water. But just note that if you are a more sensitive stomach individual, you may have a harder time stomaching this first thing in the morning. And so if that's the case, you might just want to take it with a snack. That's totally fine. But for maximum absorption to get that full immunity boost, taking it on an empty stomach in the morning is the way to go. However, if you're taking it for more of its skin rejuvenating or skin repairing benefits, acne, things like that, taking in the evening is totally fine because overnight is when your skin actually repairs itself, goes through all the rejuvenating processes. So taking zinc closer to bedtime can help with that. So it just depends on what you're using it for exactly. And then the last concept is pairings. I just want to share with you several specific pairings of vitamins and supplements that are most commonly taken so that you know how to make the most of it and optimize the absorption. So iron and vitamin C actually pairs really well together. Vitamin C actually helps your body absorb iron a lot better. That's why sometimes your doctor will recommend taking iron medications with a glass of orange juice. It's because they want you to maximize or extract all of the vitamin C from the orange juice to help with the iron absorption. But if you're taking a vitamin C supplement, you can just pair those two together. And taking these two together on an empty stomach is also going to further boost absorption. However, just like I mentioned with the zinc earlier, if you're a sensitive stomached individual, you may not be able to tolerate taking these two, especially on an empty stomach. And so if that's the case, just to minimize any discomfort and irritation, just take it with a snack, that's fine. But vitamin C and iron together does have a synergistic effect and it helps maximize absorption that way. Next pairing is vitamins D and K with calcium. So these two vitamins help calcium absorb into the body a lot better. Vitamin D specifically helps calcium get absorbed from the intestines into the bloodstream, so throughout your digestive tract. And then vitamin K actually helps bring that calcium from the bloodstream into your bones where it's needed most. So that's how vitamins D and K can help boost absorption of calcium. So if you happen to take any of those 3 vitamins, just pair them together for an easy way to boost absorption. The last pairing is actually something that you want to avoid doing. So calcium, iron, and zinc, you actually want to separate these from each other because they all kind of interfere with the absorption of one another. So taking them at least 2 hours apart will help ensure that all of them get absorbed into the body properly. All right, so that wraps up today's video. It was really short and sweet. There's honestly so many endless like situations, scenarios, and pairings that I could go over, but I really wanted to keep this video concise and easily digestible. That way you're able to take the information right away and actually implement it starting today in your life. But if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I hope this video gave you some insight on how you can get the most out of your vitamins. That way you get more bang for your buck. If you enjoy this sort of wellness related content, here on this channel I talk about anything from health and nutrition to beauty, skincare, lifestyle rituals, all of that good stuff. If you enjoy that sort of content, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.